Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel APM Guide. As a part of our APM concept series, in this video we'll see how to push and pull files during the runtime. Okay, and it is a part one. In this one, we are discussing about the two methods, that is a push file and pull file. Okay, these two methods we are going to discuss in our video, and it is a part one. Okay, so what exactly this push file? See, by using the push file command used to transfer a file from your test machine to a device. Means you are transferring a file from our test machine to a device by using the push file, and this help us for scenarios like uploading a file to test file input fields or media players or import data. So what happens, suppose in our as part of our testing we need to transfer a file from our test machine to the device. We can use the command called push file. Okay, so what exactly this push file method? Okay, push file method used to upload a file to the device, and if you see the syntax here, dot push file, we had to provide the two parameters, that is a remote path and file. Okay, and if it's a use case, push a local file, it may be a binary or a string to the our device. Okay, it may be a simulator or emulator, or it may be a real-time device, a cloud device. So we can able to upload a file from our local machine to the device here. Okay, what is remote path here? The remote path is a destination path on the device. So where exactly I need to store or transfer this file in our device. So I need to specify the destination path on of the device. Okay, and file is the, it can be a raw file, buffer, string, or a path converted to the base64 internally. Means whatever the file I need to transfer from my machine to device, I need to provide this file here. Suppose in my case, so I have opened the Eclipse here. Say I need to transfer this sample image PNG file to the test device. This image I need to transfer to this device. In this location I need to transfer this file to in this our device. So this is our use case here. Okay, that is the push file. Okay, and apart from push file, I need to one more method I need to use, that is the pull file. Means once I push the file from my computer PC to the device. Okay, once it's success, I want to pull back that image from my testing device to my local machine. Okay, so that we can use the pull. For that one I had to use pull file method. Okay, so what it exactly this pull file method will perform? Download a file from the device. By using this method I can download a file from the device. Okay, so it returns a base64 encoded string of the file content. Okay, you must decode it to its original, decode it to get the original file. Means if I use this pull file, I can download a file from the device, but before using the image I need to decode it to the original file. So all these things we can see in this video. Okay, I will write the code for that one to push the file and pull the file. Okay, so let's start. The first part is a push file. Okay, so I have the Eclipse opened here, and I'm using this sample image to demonstrate this push and pull file methods. Okay, this image I am going to use here. So under the Appium concepts package, I created new class, and they name this class as push pull files part 1. So I name this class as push files as part 1. Okay, so we have one more part 2 is coming on the same concept but a different one. Okay, so part 1 we stick only for push file and pull file. Okay, click on finish. So our class is ready. What we will do, already I created demo class with the before test and after test blocks. Okay, to save time, just copy this class, complete class here and paste it in this our class here. So remove the unnecessary package name and change the class name here. Remove this one part of code and just here to rename this demo class name here. So push pull file part 1. So my class is ready, say, with the before test and after test blocks. Okay, in before test I have used a method called setup. Here I have configured the capabilities here. Though the capability I have used the platform name Android, automation name as UI Automator 2 and device name is a Pixel 8. That is the name of this simulator. Okay, so this simulator I am used here. Okay, in test part, first we need to push file. The first part is a push file. So push file I use the dot push file. So I am using the push file method here. So what is the parameter I need to provide here? Remote path and file. Second argument is remote path and file. So I am using this one here. So comment later. So we use the driver dot push file. Just say driver dot push file. See, we have a full push file method here. So I am going to use this one. Okay, push file string remote path and file. Okay, so in part 2 we discuss about the byte 64 data. So this comes in part 2 here. So we stick to this method here. So we have two methods under push file. One is a string remote path byte base 64 data and second method is the string remote path file. So this is the different argument it accepts here. So the first part we are doing on this push file with string remote path and file. Okay, so here I need to provide the remote path. So I want to push this file under this downloads path. So it comes under the SD card downloads. Okay, so I need to provide the path here. So come back here, remove this null and double quotation. I need to provide the path here. So / SD card / download. Okay, / I need to provide a name. Okay, so I am pushing this file, no sample image. I need to provide a name so that you can save in our simulator here. Okay, any Android device. So what name I need to provide here? So any name you can identify here. So I say pushed. As I say pushed underscore sample image. Okay, sample image. I have provided the path and the name of this image also .png. We need to provide the extension also. Okay, so the first argument we have provided and second is a file. Okay, so I had to use new file. I need to provide the path of this file. Okay, so of this file. So this is the one. Okay, so what I will do is copy this one, properties, click on properties and copy this one. Okay, so go back to our code and just say system dot get property and I use as user dot date dot, okay, and plus, just minimize this one, plus I need to provide the name of the file here. Okay, so I need no need of this one, this remove this one, just file name is enough, forward slash file name. Okay, and file it says, okay, it is the caps here. Yeah. Okay, so I have provided the pushFile method. I'm using the pushFile method here. I have provided remote path. I have using the SD card download. In this path, I am saving this image as pushed underscore sample image dot png with extension. Okay, and this is the image I am using to push it. This sample image. Okay, this image has to come in our device. Okay, you can save. The first code is ready. Okay, and now the pull one. Okay, so we write the comment later. Print the comments. So next one is a dot pull file, full file. So the parameter I need to pass is a remote path. Remote path. That's it. So this is the syntax here. So I use driver dot pull file. Okay, we have only one method, and the argument type to accept is a string here. Okay, I need to provide the string. So from where it has to pull it? So it has to pull it from the device. So I had to push this file here, right? So this is the same path I had to provide here. Okay, so just copy this one and paste it here. Simple. Okay, so I'm pulling this file here. Okay, so remote path I have provided here, the same one. Okay, with the path and the file name also. I need which file I need to pull it. Okay, but here the when you see this one, okay, when we pull it, right, it returns a base 64 encoded string of the file content. You need to decode it to the original file. Okay, so this process we need to follow it here. Okay, so come back to our Eclipse. Okay, and what we'll do, this output will store in a parameter called pulled file. Okay, and this variable, sorry, it's a variable. Variable is type of byte. Byte array it is here. Okay, this output image I am storing in a variable called pulled file, and this variable is type of byte array. Okay, and then here I had used files dot write, file dot write, and I had used the paths here. Okay, file dot write, and I had used paths dot get. Okay, get. Okay, here I had to, you need to be careful about here. You need to provide properly. We had to use properly this method here. Okay, so get what? So I want to save this image, right? I need to provide the name of this file here. Okay, name of the file. So what I will do, I name it different here. Pulled sample image. So I am providing a name and with the extension. We need to provide the extension also, png. Okay, so that's what we are going here. So what? You are pulling the file. This file you are pulling it here and saving this one into the pulled file variable of type of byte array, and then I am naming this file as pulled saved image png. Okay, so this one, this save image, it will go to our testing device. From there, I am pushing this image to our test device, that is emulator, anyone. Okay, and then from there I'm pulling back here and saving the same image as pulled underscore saved image, sample image. So it has to it will display here. Okay, so as of now we see we do not have any image called pulled underscore sample image, so we not have anything here. Once we run this code, it has to appear here. Okay, so this is the code we written here, and now we write the messages to, so you can print it on this one. So sys out, and I say has pushed the sample image file, sample.png file to the test device. This is our Android device. Okay, push the sample image.png to the test device. Okay, so that is the first one. Okay, and now we are pulling it here, right? So I say sys out here, and I say, okay, so file pulled, okay, and saved has this the file name. So what I am doing, the first step, just a minute, is copy the name of this one. Okay, so what exactly we are doing here? First of all, we are pulling it, the file from the remote our test device, and storing in the variable, and then we are decoding it here from the base 64 to our original file here. So that's why I said file pulled and saved has pulled sample image.png. Okay, so push file and pull file here. So both methods are ready for us. Okay, now see here, this is the image I am going to use here, sample image. This image I had to first push it to our Android device, then it has to pull it back and save this image as pulled underscore sample image.png. So it is, as of now, it is not present in our Eclipse here. Okay, now I need to run this code here. So what I will do, I will use dead.sleep here. So can I pause this dead.sleep? Just wait for the 8 seconds. So 8,000 milliseconds I given. Okay, 8 seconds, so that you can see the image, and then here. So the first step is a push file. I have provided the remote path and file here. The remote path is the SD card, the download, and I have the name the file also here. So it should be pushed underscore file sample image.png, and the file I need to push is the sample image.png. I am pulling from pushing from the our Eclipse here. Okay, and after 8 seconds, okay, I am pulling back the image which I have pushed in the SD card download, and this is the file name, and I am converting this file into the base 64 from the base 64 format here. Okay, so I am decoding here. I am decoding the base 64 encoded file. Okay, so this is the code I am using here. Okay, now we'll run this code. Before that one, I need to start the Appium server. Okay, command prompt, open the command prompt and type the Appium and click on enter. So just wait for few seconds. Our Appium server will be starts and up. Okay, now we run this code. The first one is to, it has to push the file, so it has to appear here. So right click, run as test-ng test. So first it has to push the file from that location to our SD card download here. Yes, see, it has to push the file from our local machine to our device here. Now it has to pull it back. Okay, it has pulled. Okay, see, it has pushed the file here in my SD card downloads. Okay, and the saved. See, we have provided name as push underscore sample image. See the name. Okay, and time also you can see here. Okay, and now the second step is the pull file. This push underscore sample image, I need to pull it and save this one. See here, it should be appear here. Okay, let's say, just refresh here, just refresh here, just say refresh, just has to, yes, refresh. See, we do not have, previously we do not have this pull underscore sample image. So I say, you know, this image has a pull underscore sample image, right? Okay, which is pushed, and how I have pulled it here. So let's click on that one, the same image. See, I have pushed this image. Okay, this image I have pushed, sample image I have pushed here, and I have pulled this image. So we have performed the push and pull images. Okay, so this is how we can able to push file or pull file. It may be, see, not only image file, we can able to push apk file also. Okay, so regarding this one already I had discussed when I am discussing of topic of installing a apk file. Okay, through adb commands. Okay, there I have pushed this file. Okay, apk file here. Okay, on the for this demo I am using the image file here. So you can perform any file, you can push any type of file, and any type of file you can able to pull it back from our test device, vice versa you can do it here. So by using the push file method and pull file method here. So this is part 1 here, and part 2 we discuss about the push and pull file base 64 data. So this bit size difference. Okay, when you are working, when you are pushing the base 64 data file. Okay, so this one we discuss in the part 2 here. Okay, and when you see here push file, we have to provide the path and file. It pushes a local file to your device. File can be a binary or a path base. Okay, and pull file, we need to provide the path. Pull a file from that test device, returns the base 64 string. So we need to decode here. So how we can decode here? So this is the code we need to use it here. So I have pulled the file and stored this in a variable called byte array. Then I converted and saved this file as pulled underscore sample image png. Okay, this is how we can able to push file and pull file here. So if you like this video, please click on like button, subscribe my channel. So please don't forget to watch the part 2 also. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.